For an artist that has been away from the spotlight for such a long time, BlackMagic attempts to win his way back into our hearts. Is he successful? Let's find out.
Waiting for the sunrise, waiting for the moonlight, waiting up for one night. Soon and very soon. It's been a very...
What's good, beautiful people? It's your boy Emmanuel. Welcome back again to the channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Emmanuel. I obviously review music from Nigeria and Africa. Definitely check out the other content if this is your first video you're ever watching. Today's video is a comeback season for hip-hop artist BlackMagic. For those of you that don't know who BlackMagic is a singer/rapper with a very dynamic range of musical styles. His sound ranges from house, hip-hop to jazz, blues, and Afrobeat itself, Afrofusion if you want to call it that way. He's a singer/rapper in the same sense that Kid Cudi is a rapper as well. They're not really gifted with the best vocals, but whenever they sing, their melodic kind of rapping / singing is kind of like psychedelic in a sense, and they create music that can take you to another dimension, and BlackMagic is that kind of guy that he feels like he's in the room with you whenever a song is playing. It's that kind of intimacy you can have with an artist, and BlackMagic is definitely one of them. Now, BlackMagic came out early 2011, around that same time and period where there was an alter scene brewing up. Back then, it wasn't really coined alter or anything, but there was a series of artists that were not really chasing that pop scene, not really chasing that pop sound, but there were a group of artists that came out with their own unique sound and created like a niche community fan base. Artists like Budge, Ajibota, Fowls at that moment, Ladipo, DRB, BlackMagic, and the rest of the Syndicate Records, like Conglomerate. He came up in that era, and that for me was a very good era of Nigerian music. A lot of artists still pull from that era and create their own niches and create their own communities just the same way that it was done then before. And BlackMagic now has been in a hiatus. It looks like he has been in a hiatus. What could describe his absence could be like he fell off. There's no other way to put it. And he wasn't really making the music that was connecting with the fan base. Not only was he like away for a while, but his music whenever he dropped wasn't really like easy to find. He wasn't collaborating. It wasn't our faces basically. The fact that he was away for a while and what he struggled and what he went through was kind of poured into this album, and I appreciate the fact that this was one of the themes that went into the album, addressing the fact that he was away for a while, and immediately addresses that issue on the first track called Soon featuring Thames. Alright, this is one of my favorite songs on the album.
Waiting for the sunrise, waiting for the moonlight, waiting up for one night. Soon and very soon.
Off the bat, he sounds like he's in a good space creating songs. He's with an amazing producer called Spax on this one, and it takes me back to that Palma music kind of scene, and having Thames of that record was just making it smooth hip-hop highlight fusion with that, and it was just a beautiful one, and you cannot expect anything else than a beautiful song with Spax and Thames on the record. Absolute banger. Another favorite was the following record too, was Kule. Kule is a song that, man, you know how soothing Kid Cudi's humming is. Like it's that kind of unique trait that not many artists have, and it's in their voice. Like you can hear him in that soothing bass tone in the hook of Kule, and in the harmonizing too. Like look at that harmony.
When life put you through stress, many people wanna put you to the test.
Hey.
No sense.
Hey.
No good, so I keep it cool. Cool.
Gotta keep it
cool. Gotta keep it cool. Keep it cool. Magic. To all the ladies that love me, to all the ladies that
Tell me that didn't slap, fam. Let me hear you that didn't slap. Like that bass tone, that cooler vibe was just amazing, and it's a song too that just turns into the pocket that BlackMagic is known to thrive in. Is that social commentary, take life easy, like give a message, give an overarching message in the song, and it's a very witty, very well written verses all over the song.
Scrutinizing my verses, deleting me from the songs, they for me, putting me on. Thank God for myself, I elevated myself. I can't ride on your dick because my dick bigger, 6-figure B.O.B. rich nigga.
Oh,
yeah, BlackMagic, original, second-hand minds won't understand
first verse on this entire album was the first verse of this Kule song, man. Just listen to that verse. Absolute flames in his best pocket. Like usually he's not an artist that people take serious as a rapper, but I feel like he was in that pocket where he just had so much to tell, and you can tell where that verse was coming from. It was coming from a place of like anger, and you know how you can tell when someone is being spited and coming back with that rage, and they're just pouring his emotions out on that record, pouring his emotions on that particular verse. It was just absolutely epic. And it was a cool moment for the entire album. Another absolute favorite on the album was Anything for Love. Anything for Love was the single that came out before the album that I heard, and I was like, okay, BlackMagic is making a comeback, alright? This is just a sweet love song that just does it for me. It's a very witty, very well polished and arranged kind of song. The production is heavy on this one. It just checks all the boxes, man, and you can see him in that niche, you can see him in that pocket for him, man. That very melodic kind of hook that you see in songs like Repete, like that kind of smooth, jazzy, Afrobeat kind of vibe was poured in on this one. Definitely a banger. Now moving forward with the album, after the first 3 songs, we've heard Soon, we've heard Kule, and we've heard Anything for Love. After that moment, after that like capsule in the album, we kind of went downhill from there, and eventually the album picks it up towards the end. But my guy, moving from the first 3 songs, you're thinking, oh, he's in his pocket, he's in his niche. This is an album where everything's just gonna flow smoothly, but no, the 4th track, Pomo, God. Definitely one of the most cringy songs I've heard on the album. Very basic and generic hip-hop beat that you can hear from like his BET Cypher in like 2011 or 2010.
Motherfucker, when I'm coming through your speakers, you don't really want the smoke, hombre, no be shisha, unreleased jams. Niggas they try to from say Magic, no they big phone, we don't they try reach am.
Now the beat sounds like something you'd be hitting on your locals in primary 3. You know, you'd be doing dum dum ka 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 dum ka dum dum ka 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 dum ka. That very like oversimplified hip hop kind of beat just came with another overly simplified hook and intention from him. Like, don't get me wrong, this song can eventually grow on you, and maybe you're in the gym, you can be gingered by the beat, but that's it. He was trying to take us to his hip-hop bass, but his bass is not really there with hip-hop. His bass is really much more of a high-life fusion kind of thing. The weak spot of this album was him trying to be very hip-hoppy, and for me, it's very out of brand for him and out of character to have songs like this. He doesn't really strike me as that like hardcore rapper. He doesn't really strike me as that like rapper that wants to give you all the bars for days. Like, none of that. Like, BlackMagic isn't that guy, and you can see him attempt to be that guy. It just doesn't resonate. It just doesn't sound convincing. Another one that was definitely not doing it well for me is a song that followed right after this promo was Bad Intentions. This was the most downplayed, juvenile way of toasting a babe. It was so like Nollywoody, like it was just cheesy lines all over the entire song. Not to talk about the very lifeless kind of beat that was given to it. And that was my issue with many songs that didn't really bang on this album, was just the beat selection. I think the production was poor on many songs. Bad Intentions was definitely one of those weaker kind of beats and productions. It was just sounded very amateurish. Someone of that caliber, someone that's put out amazing songs like, again, Rainbow, like Repete, Tomorrow. You would expect more. It's fair to leave it to his fans to expect a little bit more from him. Following Bad Intentions goes into a song that, frankly, is one of the best on this album, No Need. You follow these Bad Intentions and you're going to something as intimate. Like, when it comes to intimacy in a song and vulnerability, I don't think there's any song that I've heard this year at least, or it was just January, but I don't think there's any other song I've heard that literally is as intimate as this song. This song just sits well with you. It's like he's in the room with you, and you can hear him speaking to like your soul. Like, this song just is a very observant, very witty, like social commentary on how things that we perceive as being true can be different in the background. Like, it talks about how not every love is a romance, and
not every love story is a romance. Say the good die young on your mind.
was a very weird position where this song was placed in the album. Like, it's a weird arrangement because it goes from a very strong hip-hop attempt down into a generic pop attempt, and then down into a very strong social commentary thing. And it's like, fam, those styles were not really blending. Like, you can hear the first 3 tracks. Those were definitely made to be together. And you can hear it from that track 4 down. The arrangement was just poor, or anywhere Beleface kind of arrangement for the album. And No Need, that song didn't deserve to be in that capsule of terrible songs. The song that followed No Need was absolutely the worst song on the album, without a freaking doubt.
She said her name is Ego.
Ego was yet another overly simplified hip-hop trap beat, just dumbed down, amateur. Oh, I just bought this beat off of so and so websites, let me attempt to rap kind of song. It didn't sound like he was a very seasoned lyricist, which he is. He's a very seasoned songwriter. None of that was reflected on this song, with the play of words on the song being at best something about her name being Ego and she wants Ego. Having this song on the album just pulled so much away from the album. Couldn't help but skip this moment. I just wish it never happened. And don't get me wrong, BlackMagic can have fun when he wants to. Go listen to a song called Tomorrow. Then again, the feature on that album, artist called Big Bad. He just had to be convinced this was the first song he has ever recorded.
Give me Jack, give me Henny, give me Coke, give me Ace, give me Ice, give me Mo.
Just every other song after that was very well thought out and psychedelic in a way that you just felt it was in another dimension. They didn't really hurt the album, neither did they really add so much to it. I just feel like those were filler songs that we got to get more of his personality out of. Dream, Ordinary Man, I Do, Strong Man, Blue, Everything. Those songs were just him expressing himself, and a lot of that was being well received, honestly. Not out of the way like as amazing as the first 3 tracks that we got into the album and No Need, but he felt like he was still having a conversation with you throughout the entire closing chapter of the album. And towards the last track, you can see him make a song that he dedicated and thanked people around him, people around his life. Again, being intimate and vulnerable to his music listeners was a very high point and strong theme for this album, opening himself up to the reasons why he's been away and having that conversation with his fan base and his listeners that he is growing and he is coming back. He's making music now. Obviously, we can expect him to be in a better place now that he's creating more, and that's all we want to wish from him. And with that being said, BlackMagic version 3.0. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Obviously, if you listened to the album, let me know what you think about it. If you haven't, go check it out. I think it's a very good listen. Just skip the tracks that I told you to skip. But other than that, like, it's an amazing listen. I just felt he would have come out stronger. Definitely let me know what you guys think. And of course, share this video to any other BlackMagic fan that you might know and people that would love to hear other opinions on his music. Hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers very soon. So please, 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 let's make it happen. Share and like as much as you want. Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been your boy Emmanuel, and I'm signing out.